Welcome to the CHCH Newsmakers podcast. I'm Rick Zamprin. Three McMaster University students have a great story to tell. A year ago, they launched a low-cost tutoring service to help high schoolers make the jump to university. But instead of pocketing the profits, they donated the money, and there's a special reason why. Joining me on Newsmakers are Mustafa Munshid, Edward Gao, and Eric Song. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us on this special edition of Newsmakers. We had to change the set a little bit because, well, there's three of you. But you're special as well because you've done some pretty cool things very early on in your life. So number one, thanks for joining me on the podcast.
Thank you for inviting us here.
All right. Number two, and let's get to the education portion of it. Mustafa, we'll start with you. You're students at McMaster University.
Yep.
Talk about what you're doing at Mac. What are you studying?
So all three of us are students at the Biomedical Engineering and Health Science faculty. It's a special program that opened up a few years ago. Where it basically incorporates aspects of a new developing field, biomedical engineering, and aspects of other faculties like the health science faculty and the engineering faculties. Does anyone else want to?
Eric, I was going to ask Eric, what is biomedical engineering? What are you doing?
Biomedical engineering is more of a traditional field where we use engineering knowledge to manufacture things that have medical uses. So for example, medical tools, devices, x-ray machines, all those kind of stuff. But our program specifically combines that aspect with that of health sciences. So we actually get to see some of the real patients, and then we design specific devices designed to help these people.
Okay, Edward, this sounds really challenging. Maybe for me, but not so much for you guys. Talk about the challenges you face.
Well, obviously there's like the first problem of understanding what people are looking for and what people really need in a solution or a device, right? And then there's, the implementation, the technical skills needed to do it. So it's kind of like a two-part.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds very challenging, but at the same time can be rewarding. What are your future plans in this field?
Well, I chose this field because I see a lot of promising future. The industry is growing at a rapid pace. I hope that we can make a real difference, right? Because even in our studies, we've been designing prosthetics, we've been designing things that can help people. We've been talking to these people, and the impact we have on their lives is ginormous, right? And that's what really drew us into the program, I would say.
That's amazing. Eric, same question. What future plans do you have maybe once you graduate?
That's a great question, Rick. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure of that at this point.
And that's fine.
There's a couple of pathways in consideration. I can go work in industry. I can pursue a graduate program in biomedical engineering, innovation, discovery, commercialization. I think that is a grad program at Mac. And there's also the option of going to medical school and pursue a more health science focused career path.
Okay, Edward, do you have it a little more narrowed down than what Eric has displayed?
I think I'm about the same as well, yeah.
Really,
just a very broad field, a lot of different options.
But it must be exciting to have those options as well, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think that's actually why I came to this program in the first place. Like coming out of high school, I wasn't really too sure on what I really wanted to do, and I felt that this program would help me kind of narrow that down, and I think I've enjoyed it so far.
It's pretty cool. As I mentioned off the top, you launched a low-cost tutoring service for high school students who are making the jump from high school to post-secondary education, be it university or college. Mustafa, we'll start with you on this one. How did this idea come about?
So when we were in high school, we kind of had like a thought. We didn't know what opportunities were available to us. We didn't know what each program had entailed. You can read the descriptions, but that doesn't give you the live experience. So after we met up in first year, we thought about how we can make that more accessible, because I feel there is like a lack of information. There's information asymmetry between how the university presents itself and how the program is actually structured. So we decided that could be like a noble cause to pursue.
Okay, so Eric, you're launching this low-cost tutoring service for high school students. How do you get high schoolers to enter the program? How did that work?
That is a great question, Rick. So we actually have a few methods of recruitment. So first of all is the pretty straightforward way of us going to our local high schools. For example, there's like 3 high schools in my local area in Oakville. I just go visit them and present some of the our organization's information to the teachers. One of my teachers back in my high school, I used to go to White Oak Secondary School in Oakville. So that teacher is kindly enough to post our information across the school's announcement system. So they use something called Brightspace, where they post all the homework and do all their assignments. They just posted that into the entire school-wide system. So that got us a lot of recruitment from local high schoolers. Additionally, we had to use for example, some of our personal connections to hire other students that may be related to, like, let's say, STEM. Let's say we know people from the clubs you used to work at, people's siblings. All those kind of close-in personal relationships have gotten us a significant amount of high schoolers as well. And I'll pass it on to Edward about our other recruitment method of just posting advertisements.
Sure.
Because he's the one responsible for that.
So, well, first of all, another huge part of our recruitment process is word of mouth. We do really rely on referrals from previous students that we've taught, suggestions, to their maybe friends, extended family, just people they know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we as an organization kind of run into the same problem as universities do, where what we say might not be how the students are gonna feel about it. So we really do care that these students are, talking about us and portraying us in the way that they really believe that we should be. But to add on to what Eric was saying, we also do send out posters. Sometimes we have free videos or certain content portions that we post as kind of like an intro. And then we also do like free kind of intake appointments where it's like just like a quick discussion. What are you looking for?
Yeah.
What do you need? What can we as an organization provide for you? Just all like the logistical sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm. So Mustafa, in the year that you've launched it, how has it gone? Like, how many high schoolers have taken advantage of this, and how do you feel it's going?
I think it's gone pretty well. It would start out very slow, especially building out the infrastructure, guiding our courses, creating the guidelines for our courses. I think we've had around 100 or more students, right, enroll, and we've each been teaching lessons for a while. I think all of us come from a position of experience as well. So tutoring, for me at least, I've been doing it since high school, right? I've been tutoring my peers just as part of the high school's program. So it wasn't really more of an experience in tutoring. It's definitely creating your own business is quite difficult, especially at our age. We have no real industry experience, connections, or anything of the sort. So we had to learn everything from scratch. But after we got the ball rolling, it became more streamlined.
Yeah. Eric, what was the biggest hill to climb when launching this?
The biggest hill to climb is obviously at the start. We don't have much of a participant baseline, so we have to do a lot of advertisements to local high schools, online social media platforms, personal connections. Eventually, we developed the word of mouth that Edward was saying. So the former students is going to distribute, or rather talk about us to their families, their friends, and etc. As we get the ball rolling, we have more and more participants. Another problem or challenge we ran into is initially we didn't expect the ball to be rolling this quickly, or rather we didn't expect the students to be growing in such an exponential manner. So the three of us weren't actually able to keep up with all the students.
That's a good problem, I guess, right?
I guess, but yeah, it has advantages and disadvantages. So I have to give a huge shout out to our volunteers from also McMaster iBiomed and believe McMaster Engineering, along with everyone behind the scenes that has been helping our organization run smoothly.
That's pretty cool. So Edward, how many people are we talking on this team?
So it kind of varies. You know how students are, right? Like here and there, they have some time,
right,
and then it's midterms, exams. But I think right now we're just under 10 or so people.
Okay.
So not that big, but obviously we're looking to expand, bring more people on to various roles and whatnot.
All right, I'll give you the floor. How can people join the team? What's the key?
Well, we look for anyone who has real experience or just lived experience in the programs, right? I think what separates us from other companies is that we are students. We understand that experience. We understand because it's a constantly evolving situation. So we have the most up-to-date news. Anyone who wants can reach out to us by email. We have a website, stembridge.academy.
Okay.
They can reach out through email, contact@stembridge.academy, and through any means of our phone is always open, right? Eric can take it from here, I guess.
Yep. And just to clarify, Rick, by joining the team, you mean like the students or rather the volunteers?
Well, I was going to ask both, but certainly let's start with the volunteers. How can you become part of this team?
That's a great question, Rick. So currently we have a couple curriculums that's going on. So first we have the beginner programming. So we teach students with zero experience in programming. So we teach some basic Python, and we teach them some game development, graphics, and eventually the next course will be the Canadian Computing Competition. So more like a contest level, abstract thinking, problem solving, a way of approaching programming. So we currently are in desperate need of people who are able to teach both beginner programming and contest programming, because we have a lot of, it's very in demand. Because a lot of people want to do programming, especially how the development of AI and stuff, they all require basic understanding of programming, which is why this aspect of our organization is very popular. But then we also have math courses, in which Edward is responsible for, so I'll give it to him.
Yeah, so we also have math and CAD courses. So for the math side, we offer really a variety of different courses. More of the time, these are kind of one-on-one or one-on-two, but we also do group classes. But this is going to be for grade 9 to 12, just Ontario curriculum. Even a few Alberta students have come and done math with us too, because I grew up there and I did that curriculum. And then obviously we have various of the competition math curriculums. So we've taught Gauss, we've taught AMC 10, Euclid, these sorts of kind of like important contests for the university application side.
I got to admit, it's way over my head. I have no idea what you're saying right now, but I know the people that are interested in this, this is key to them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for University of Waterloo, they really look for higher finishes in these tests. So as kind of like we suggest that people looking to pursue these types of pathways do look into it. But obviously, there's many different roads to success, right?
Now, as for students joining or wanting to become tutored, how many more can you expect?
I think we can expect a lot more. Our schedule's been pretty booked up. We're, still a small team, and thankfully, business has been coming. But as soon as we get more people involved, I think we can accommodate, I don't know exactly how many more, but we can accommodate a lot more depending on the person, really.
So there's room to grow.
There's definitely room to grow.
Probably like 3 times as many students as we currently have, if we have enough volunteers and the background support people to take care of, to be able to process the incoming students.
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of demand, especially because I think we're trying to do a good cause here. A lot of people are here. We are helping out our communities. We're helping out the people, areas we grew up in. We all our profits go to charity. So I think you also get a real good feeling when you're a part of the team as well. So we're just hoping that enough people can see the cause and try and help in and pitch in.
Right. I want to jump on the profits suggestion that you just made in just a second, though, because I have one more question about the tutoring business. This is a business now, obviously. Do you plan to continue it after you're done school?
I would say so, yes.
Okay.
I think we've developed something really good here. At least for me, it helps me alleviate the stress of school. It helps me feel good. Just helping the community, I don't think that should stop just as I have time right now because I'm in university. I think we're doing a real good cause, so I think all of us, when we came together and we made the business, we decided this wouldn't be just a one-off thing. It wouldn't be just a side project for for our university career.
Well, good for you guys. That's you're giving back. I know you're making a little bit of money, but that money is going, as you just mentioned, to a great cause. There is a purpose why you donated the funds that you earned in the first year of the program. Tell us why you did so.
I think Eric would be best to talk about this
Eric,
one.
take it away.
This is a bit of a personal story. So, well, obviously, as Mustafa stated before, we started this organization because we recognized the gap from high school to university from our personal experiences. And the reason why we decided to donate the funding to specifically to Princess Margaret Cancer Center, we've, just to clarify, we donated $6,800 to Princess Margaret just a few weeks ago, actually. And the reason why we donated to Princess Margaret Cancer Center is because of my personal story. So back in 2025 summer, I was falsely diagnosed with cancer. So for a few months, I believe it's from May to the end of September, I thought I had cancer. So that was a crazy experience because I was just 19 at the time. It's a lot to take in for me and my family. So from that experience, it makes me understand how important cancer research is, and specifically how much stress cancer as a disease put on the patient and their family members, and those around them as well. Everybody around me is stressed, as all of a sudden became the center of attention for pretty much everyone. And specifically cancer research is because I have some experience doing similar research in inflammatory bowel disease, all those lab work dealing with mice, and also prostate cancer research. So these research are very expensive. For example, some of these experiments use mice models. So they will do 3 cages of like 10 mice each, like every month. And each of those mouse is immunosuppressant. So they have to do some gene editing to the mice for them to express cancer, and also to test the treatment methods on these mice models. And obviously all of them are ethically approved and things like that. But these treated immunosuppressant mice models are extremely expensive. From my knowledge, it's $700 per mice. And you have to go through hundreds of them through your course of drug development, like any sorts of therapeutics that you're gonna do, which is why we decided to donate as much as we can to the Princess Margaret Cancer Foundation, which isn't a lot, to be fair, because cancer research is expensive, but is to our best effort that we can.
Absolutely. And so I don't want to get too into the misdiagnosis, but when did you find out you did not have cancer?
September.
Okay.
September like 20th something of 2025. They put out the genetic report saying it's fine. And then I was so relieved because during summer I have to drop a few of my courses because I wouldn't be able to mentally handle all of the courses along with going to hospital back and forth.
It really turned your life upside down for a few months.
It does, which is the primary reason it motivated us to do so much more and to contribute to people of similar experiences. Maybe people who doesn't have the misdiagnosis, people who actually have cancer would be a lot more, I don't want to say the word suffering, but there would be like people around them would suffer mentally, like the patients would suffer, and anything towards a possible treatment, even for a specific kind of cancer, would change the life of so many people.
Yeah. So do you plan to make this, and this is open to any of you, do you plan to make this an annual contribution? Once another year is over, we have some money and we can donate it to, whether it's Princess Margaret or maybe another cancer center. Is that the plan going forward?
Yeah, so we're definitely thinking to continue donations. We haven't really decided as like an organization where those funds are going to be, whether we're going to be continuing with Princess Margaret, whether we're going to be donating to different organizations throughout the years. But there's definitely more donations to come, and we're going to be all working very hard to make that money. That's
pretty cool. Mustafa, what was the reaction of the Princess Margaret Cancer Foundation officials when they found out they're getting some money from you guys?
I think they were quite shocked. I don't think it's every day that they see a couple of teenagers, I guess we're young adults now, right? A couple of young adults come in and give them a sizable chunk, because this was hard work for us, right? Of money coming from our own hard work and efforts, right? We're still university students, and they're quite surprised. They didn't even know that we're doing such an event, but I think they were pleasantly surprised.
What do you think the impact is going to be? And Eric, you said it's a small amount. It's still something, right? What do you think the impact is going to be?
I think I think just helping, even if our money doesn't directly cause a cure, I think even just having people support the cause, having more people gain awareness of such events, right, can really help bring forward, the progress of research, right, and really show that there is support and unity. Like, to me, it's a very hard topic, because when I heard Eric is one of my best friends here, right, had cancer or life, it was crazy. I even saw him through his. I had to bandage his biopsy once as well, right? It was very difficult, but just knowing that we are helping the cause and helping, even just our money can even inspire other people to really help out would just be enough for us.
Yeah. What are some of your classmates or other team members on the Stembridge team saying about this whole donation thing? They must be ecstatic as well.
I would say so, yeah. I would say that they're pretty happy. We're really upfront about why we're doing this, and I think that's what really propelled us forward. They were quite happy that we're really doing a good cause. We have around, a little less than 10 people, and they all signed up for the cause of helping people, right? And show their hard work has now actually been able to affect something, right? Had made some tangible impact, right? Yeah. I think they're quite pleased about it. Amazing. Mustafa, Eric, Edward, thank you for joining me on the podcast today. Congrats on what you've achieved. There's so much more to come. I'm sure we're going to see your names in the spotlight very soon and for years to come. Thanks for the time, and best of luck going forward. Thank you for inviting us here.
Yeah, right. Thank you very much.
And that is a wrap for the Newsmakers podcast. A big thanks to the all-star cast behind the scenes. If you liked today's episode, click the thumbs up, hit subscribe. You could leave a comment as well. Catch the Newsmakers podcast on chch.com/podcasts and wherever you get your favorite podcasts.